Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go getimism number 798 for December 9th, 2016. All right, tonight I want to talk to y'all about the stress of worry and the uncertainty of stability. All right, we all know that stress is a part of life. It's hard to get through life without ever being stressed out in any way. What some of us may not know is that there's a such thing as good stress and there's a such thing as bad stress. I mean, I know that we know what bad stress is, but we may not be all that familiar about what good stress is. Good stress is almost the same thing as bad stress, except it's the opposite, but the same hormonal energy is used in both. So if you're worried about something happening, it gives off the same hormonal energy as if you are glad something has happened. It's weird. It's so stupid. It almost makes it feel like there's no benefit to being happy. Now, although the same process happens at the same time, what differentiates the two are what happens over a period of time. So over a period of time, the happiness hormonal energy takes over. But forget about all that for now. We don't want to get all scientific on you. Here's what's going on. We want to find a way to be able to feel good about ourselves. We want to find a way to eliminate, being up all night, staying up all night, not being able to get any sleep, having insomnia for weeks and months and all kinds of crazy stuff, and eventually having to take a toll on our health. Because that is what happens. When you're worried about something for a long period of time, eventually it crosses over into the physical part of yourself and you start to get sick. And it becomes harder and harder to fight off infections and injuries and all that kind of stuff. And you don't want to go there. So you ask yourself, what can I do in order to feel better about myself? Why am I worried about stuff? And we do worry about stuff. We worry about money. We worry about love. We worry about our families. We worry about people, trying to make sure that our loved ones are okay. People that we worry about and stuff like that. There are some people that give us reasons to worry about them like crazy. Maybe they're living a reckless lifestyle, and we're worried that they're going to wind up getting hurt or killed or whatever. Or they're doing things that are going to directly affect our lives more than just worrying. Like if you're dealing with somebody, let's say you're dealing with a lover or a spouse or a family member or whatever, that is putting your life in danger. Maybe they're using drugs or selling drugs at the crib, or they're taking all of your money and they're spending it, so you can't build up a nest egg or even have enough money to be able to pay your bills because they are messing up the money. See, money is one of those things that we really get tied up with as far as stress is concerned. And it's one of those things that we really shouldn't have to worry about as far as stress is concerned because, although we look at money as controlling our lives, we really control our lives with money. If you are in a position where money is your biggest problem, then you're actually in a really good position because there are people out there who have problems that money just can't solve. See, if you have money problems, more than likely you have spending problems. Like you can't control what you buy. You're always putting out more. You're always putting out more than you're taking in. It's really not a hard problem to solve. What you have to do is you have to put the brakes on your spending. A lot of us don't want to do that, and we'll even make excuses for not doing it by saying things like, "Well, why should I work hard and go to bust my ass if all I can do is pay bills?" You hear people say it all the time. I wasn't put on this earth to just work and pay bills. Well, all right, but it's true. Now you were put on this earth to work because there's really no getting out of it. Even people who don't work put in some type of work. Just because you don't work at 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you don't have to work in order to maintain the things that you already had, or have to work for the things that you get. It just means that you don't punch a clock. You don't get out of life's work just because you don't have employment by somebody else. All right, so being able to regulate your spending is probably a lot easier than, let's say, worried about feeling like nobody has ever loved you, worrying about somebody abusing you, growing up harboring feelings of past past lost loves or lost abuse situations. Being unsure that anybody really likes you out there, really loves or cares about you. See, those are things that you can't put a monetary value on. Even if you have a lot of money, you draw people to you because of the money. You know that they're only there because of the money, and it's not real. It's superficial. It's whack. So that's a bigger problem than just not having enough money to be able to go out and buy the latest iPhone. You know, that puts you in the same position that a lot of people do. The only thing is that a lot of us will go out and buy the iPhone, knowing that we can't really afford it. You know, I mean, think about it. We got people out here paying a monthly bill on a phone, not on the phone bill, as far as your service is concerned, but on the phone itself. Like if you really are struggling to make ends meet, how can you justify buying a phone that's, you know, $700 or $800? Like, you can't get a phone that's maybe $200 or $300 and relieve yourself of that stress and that pressure. But we make choices in our lives, and that's one of the things that gives us stress. Yet we don't choose a lot of the things that will eliminate the stress, like controlling our spending, like dieting, you know, controlling things that we eat, finding out more healthy foods that will eliminate stress or make us able to deal with stress better. Exercise on a regular basis, things that will train our bodies to be able to deal with stress like crazy and ward off disease and injury, and basically just improve our lives from top to bottom, inside and outside. You know, we don't always choose to do things like that. We can easily choose to do those things, but we just don't. But we will choose to worry and be up all night stressing about things that we really can't control. Like I said, the money thing we can control. Your love life, you do have some control over it. Although, once you're in love, or once you love something or somebody, it's hard to, you know. You can still control that to a certain degree. It's just that your feelings are in it, and you're probably going to go with it. It's easy to go with your heart. It's hard to go against your heart. It is. But that's a bigger problem than money. See what I'm saying? Some might not agree with that, though. Some people might agree that your heart is an easier thing to control than your money. But that's what happens when you make money your guide. You know? And then you have people who really have gotten their lives under control. They really have taken care of the things that they needed to take care of in their lives. And things are going well. But they are so shell-shocked from having to worry all the time, being stressed out all the time, and not having the things that they want and need all the time, that they wonder how long this good period is going to last in their lives. I mean, you would think that it would be a no-brainer, because you really have to work. You have to put in work to get good feelings to come into your life and to be able to stay. So if you've worked hard in order to get the good things in life, why would you be worried that something is going to take it in one fell swoop? But that just shows that, you know, we get used to the bad things in life instead of the good things in life, when it should be the other way around. But you can make things right in your life. Like I said, diet, exercise, meditation, you know, things like massages and things like that. Like, we look at those things as just a little pampering, but that stuff works. You know, it's no reason why you should be up all night, can't sleep, you know, during the day, falling asleep. You know how it is when you be falling asleep at the most inconvenient times, except when it's time to go to bed. Then it's like, we don't want that. We don't need that. And if you have done the things that have gotten your life in check and you're doing well, just keep going. Whatever it is that you did, just keep going. You know, you don't become happy by magic in your life. It doesn't happen. You got to work to get that. So if you put the work in, don't worry about somebody unraveling it, because they can't. You worked for that, and it's going to be there for a minute. So don't be worrying that the sky is going to fall just because you're doing well, because you got your home life straight, your love life straight, got your head on straight. It ain't hard. It ain't easy to undo that. So don't even worry about it. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, when it comes down to it, when it really, really comes down to it, stress and worry is one of those things that, I mean, it messes us up. And we normally stressed out about things that we can control. If we would only take control and stop acting like something has a hold on us when it really doesn't. Take control of your life, do your thing, and make it happen for yourself. Don't be afraid. You know, fear is all about stress. Stress is all about fear. You keep feeding your fears, the more stressed out you'll be. Stop making excuses for holding on to your fears. They ain't real. Trust me, they're not real. Fear, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. And if you have done the work to get yourself together, don't worry. Ain't nobody going to be able to undo that. You're going to be all right. At least savor the flavor wise thing. Before you let the demons come in and make you think that, you know, things are messed up again. You know, it's not like you turn over the hourglass and start all over. It don't work that way. The Daily Go Getimism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. I'll tell you later. Alright? No stress, no worry. Don't worry about it.